Welcome back to episode 11. I'm just taking this moment away from the usual environment of the gym to say thank you to everyone who has donated to my fundraiser so far. It is really appreciated. Like, shares, subscribes, all that sort of stuff is more than enough, but those of you who have put a few dollars towards my mission to get across to Ireland and prove myself on the international stage, it hasn't gone unnoticed, and it really is appreciated. I can't express my gratitude enough. I wish I could find out the names of those who have done it, who have donated, but the way Square works, it's all anonymous. So you guys know who you are. It really, thank you so much for that so far. Still a little ways to go, which got me thinking, if for some reason I get somehow raise some obscene amount of money that I don't need, I don't plan on taking it all for myself, I would love to use that for other Australian athletes. So if that does come to fruition, I'll definitely be transparent about it. But at this stage, every cent, every dollar helps me get across. So yeah, thank you so much for that, and I hope you enjoy the episode. There's plenty more to come, hopefully. What a suboptimal couple of weeks. Really have not been able to follow the plan to a T, but that's okay. Still making it work, so I've had a few more rest days than anticipated. The child factor. But we're back in here again. It's Saturday, heavy deadlift day. Missed out on a couple of press sessions, but that's no biggie. It's not the main thing I'm gunning for this time. So definitely set my sights on wanting to get that 300 deadlifting comp. Powerlifting rules, that is. I've done them multiple times in strongman, but not for powerlifting yet, for whatever reason. So that's the main one I'm going for this time. So again today, heavy lower, back to deadlifts, which is nice. See how they feel, see how the body feels. So just going to warm it up, get it moving, do some band and hamstring stuff just to get hamstrings nice and warm. And probably something for the glutes just to help with the lockout. Kind of working this out as I go along. All I know is I'm meant to hit a triple at 273 kilos. So that is the only plan I have. Everything else around that is to supplement the deadlift or to do some bit of strongman stuff, which is all weather dependent at the moment. So I still got to train for that one in August. Not only do these sessions take longer because I have to record everything, but when it's in the middle of the day and I have the small people around, it adds an easy 40 to 50 minutes just from their shenanigans. So, back at it, heavy upper today. So main movement being our floor press. I think it's 152-ish kilos for the top set. And then after that, gonna start putting in some more strongman stuff. So I got axle and log as well, and some bag throwing. So I ended up jerry rigging this yesterday for my bag throw. It's not my greatest strength. It requires a lot of work, so I'll be hitting this most days to see if I can at least get to the last bag weight for the competition, which will be 26 kilos, so at 4.1 meters. Best I've ever done is 25 at 3.5, so yeah, a lot of work needs to be done. With any luck, I'll get there. So. So changing up my log clean today a little bit because I'm too lazy to put on my lifters. So I'm just power cleaning it straight from the bottom to the front rack for a couple of strict reps. It's the adjustment to the movement out of laziness, even though I'm exercising, so it doesn't really make sense. So. Well, I wasn't expecting to destroy my crossbeam, but at least I know it's reasonably safe if I do hit it again. Then the other funny fact is I end up putting lifters on anyway because I'm throwing, so I could have very well done that for the log press. I was just feeling lazy at the time. But happy with a 100 kilo power clean and 3 strict presses, so not too bad. I'm going to keep throwing this bag, see if I can add a little bit of height today, just playing with some techniques and things. I'm not the greatest bag thrower, so it is a lot of experimentation. So a bit of bag throwing done. Definitely not my strong point. My bag's still only 20 kilos and I managed to get over 3.9. Whereas in the comp, the heaviest one's 26 over 4.1. So I'm close for the height. I just need to, again, work on trying to get the weight up and achieving the heights as well, and then speed with it. So I dare say that'll be an event I'll take slowly, quite deliberate, because it is not my strong suit. I'm not that quick with bag throwing. I've never been a good thrower, even in my youth. Just never been a good thrower at all. Hopefully make up that with other points that don't come last. That's all I'm aiming for going to this comp. If I get on the podium, fantastic, but my goal is to go and experience 2-day event. I've never done one of those before, an 8-event competition. Again, that's another first for me, and not to come last. It's all I can ask for, so especially going against the best in the world. It's all experience at the end of the day. Anyway, I'm going to do some continental cleans. Not going to do overly heavy, just again working on technique today. Again, with the event for Ireland, it's going to be a 320 kilo yoke straight into a 125 kilo axle press. The yoke I know I'm good with. I've got some pretty good pace with that. It's this axle press. I've never really trained continentals, haven't had a reason to train them heavy. So I know I've got the strength for 125, it's just a matter of getting it off the ground to the front rack to overhead. So that's where might get unstuck. So a bit of a play, working on some technique, see how we go. in the absence of a grip shirt, try to move the belt up a little bit higher. So they haven't specified whether belt cleans or anything are allowed yet. So I might have to get a grip shirt. Otherwise, work with the belt clean. That's okay. Make do. So it's 100 kilos. Throws over my head and call it a day. Very stiff. Oh. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is the one session that I find I try to convince myself not to do because it sucks so much. It's volume lower. It involves 20 rep squat sets. And they are horrendous. God awful. I say they're horrendous, but they're really good for building capacity. So I'm torn. That makes sense though. Do the really hard work to reap all the really good benefits out of it. Oh, that's an amazing. So, yes, sets of 20 for squats tonight. And I will not lie, I do try and talk myself out of it. It needs to be done for wanting to do what I want to do. So, let's see how we go. Probably not going to wear knee sleeves tonight. Just going to do a bare knees. So we get them warm enough. If I start having some funky stuff going on with them, I might throw the sleeves on. But the intent is to do it bare knees. So, yeah, there's that. I will. Oh, pardon me. Probably will warm up with some speed squats though, just to feel it out. See how the body's going. Then move on to some 20 rep stuff. Maybe as a top set. See what happens. That's all good stuff. So I managed to gaslight myself into doing the session I meant to do. It never really has much of a thorough warm up. It's doing sissies until the knees stop hurting. Then doing some Cossacks to just immobilise the hips a bit. Then I did a few empty bar squats. Like, oh, this feels nice. Just gonna do some speed work to start with. And then I started calling myself a little bitch. Stop being a little bitch. Just do your sets of 20. So, yeah, I gaslit myself into doing sets of 20. So now I'm working up in 20 kilo jumps for sets of 20 to 140 odd kilos, I believe, is my top set. Which is 5 more than last time. 5 more kilos than last time I did this. Which I did have to have a little nap after that one. Not so much a nap, a lay down. Legs were on fire. So yeah. Gaslighting yourself is real. It's a great self-motivator. And I just keep doing it to myself in the gym. I'll program something and it's like, don't be a coward. Just do the work. It's never done the work. I'll appreciate it later. Not now. Definitely not now. So the quad pump is well on its way, courtesy of the last set. Up to 120 kilos now. So let's keep adding to this quad pump. It's horrendous, but that's okay. I'm not a bodybuilder, I'm a strength athlete. So let's get them even juicier. There aren't many things in the way I train that hurt me, both physically and in my soul. These hurt me in places the wife couldn't imagine to hurt me. Your lactic, the quad pump, which if I trained like a bodybuilder I'd be used to and probably would enjoy, but I don't train like that. I train to the threshold where I know I can recover and hit it again the next day if I need to. And then there's the neural component where I want to make sure my nervous system is recovered so I can continually hit. Apologies for the sniffing, back end of a cold. So my nervous system recovers so I can continually hit those heavier weights throughout the training block and get ready, the nervous system primed for those 1 RM attempts come comp day, which is only a couple of weeks away now. It's very close. But these take a lot of self-talk. I love the end result once I've got my breath back and once the pump starts to subside a little bit. But here I am. Let's do another 20. Just make 100 reps, progressively increasing weight to a top set of 140 kilos. With no gear. Last time I did this I had knee sleeves on. This time I'm raw dogging it. My first thought, I hope I didn't miscount. When I've started doing lots of reps is I start to sweat. With enough sweat, I can flatten my hair down so it doesn't look so much like Johnny Bravo. The other thing is, other than being a disappointment to society by being a minority that doesn't complain and play victim, I'm now a disappointment to myself. And I confirmed my suspicions by going back through my footage, and I only did 19 reps at 140. So I am terrible. I can't count, clearly. Have my shoes on, you see. I can only count to 10 or 12 with my shoes on. So yeah, disappointed myself. I could have done 20. It would have sucked just as much as the 19th. I might have fallen over afterwards. Hard to say. But volume's volume. The body doesn't really acknowledge if you've done 19 reps or 20 reps per se. I've still got the stimulus I was after, which is that quad pump, the big stretching feeling, the load through my glutes, which I don't normally get when I do singles through to fives for squats. I've got to do lots and lots of reps in order to feel my glutes firing, because that's just the way it is for me anyway. Some people might feel them after a couple of reps. I don't. I generally don't start feeling them until about rep 12 of a moderate load. So yeah, body doesn't care. I just disappointed myself. So on to, not sure yet, thinking something hinge patterny. Still trying to get some blood back to my brain. I think I'll keep staring at my equipment while I decide.
So for the hinge pattern I picked, as you were seeing in the previous clip, seated good mornings. I find I get a really good stretch through my hamstrings without having to put a huge amount of load through them. The main takeaway or cue I like to give when I put these in is just keeping that really proud chest. So you're leading with your chest, you're not curling down like a Jefferson, just pushing that chest forward, really trying to feel for that stretch through your hamstrings. So, and it gives my quads a bit more time to rest as well, which they needed. Not gonna lie, that hurt a lot, that squat. So I picked the Say Good Morning. You can sit down for it, can chill a little bit, get a good stimulus through the hamstrings. Not sure what weight I'm gonna be hitting. Again, I plan on doing all this beltless, so really getting that midsection to work. So I do a few sets of these, and I'll probably look at decompressing. Don't want to use that word decompress, because you don't really decompress, but do some weighted stretches in a sense, just take that load off my spine. So that's with the reverse hyper, being a pendulum, and then throwing some heaves in because it's been a couple of days. Well, I didn't train yesterday, so it's been a day since I've done some heaves. So I got the men keep working on my grip, which seems to be coming along nicely. All my the singles that I do pull in this block, which I know that I've contradicted myself that I don't program singles. My comp lifts I don't program singles, whereas with the sumo deadlifts I'm doing, it is trying to work out how I can get into a good position, so if I need to use it in a comp, I can, and I don't have to worry about losing that position, because it still feels awkward to me to pull sumo with no straps, particularly that supinated hand, because I can pull so much more sumo with less neural fatigue than I can with conventional. So, and yeah, it's losing me in car for doing it, but it's allowed in the rules. Once again, back at it for another volume upper session. Main focus today is going to be log press, strict, with some bench press. I haven't decided if I'm going to do speed work or volume work on that yet. But yeah, I'm enjoying the unilateral warming up of my triceps, because they are one bit that requires a bit more attention. And then because I'm doing log, I've got a banded IYT drill that I'm also doing. Normally, it's not a strength issue. It's not a strength issue for your fang lifts, it's a stability issue, and that there really teaches you to retract and control your scap. So if you can master that, you find you have a better rack position, and then feel more stable overhead once you do decide to press the weight up. So don't do anything too crazy to warm up. Literally just those two movements, and then I'll work with an empty log, get cracking. So just make sure all the pressy bits that normally feel a bit funky, I've got some snuggle fluid going through them. Make for a much nicer time. So the plan today with the log is to hit my top set, being 90 kilos, in as few sets as possible, which will equate to 4, rather than doing 10 kilo jumps the whole way up to get the extra volume in. I think I'll replace the log volume with bench volume, and move outside to do some more throwing, because I know I need to work on that a lot. It is a big weakness of mine. I'm not the best thrower, as I keep reiterating. So that's the plan I've got so far. I'll do some more throwing because now it's throwing for height. So I've got to reteach myself a different motor pattern. Practicing a hit the water bottle drill I was watching the other day, which is as you bring the bag back through your legs, you squat down, and if there's a water bottle there, you try and take the water bottle out as opposed to clearing it. I think it's helping a little bit, but for now, do this log. I've also just literally just then had the idea that I might even pyramid back down, strict pressing the log, see how I'm feeling. So far it's good. So that set felt really good. Pressing wise, shoulders good, upper body good, quads, whew, so sore. Oh, I lie, not so sore, but they are tired from yesterday. So even just the act of tensing them to stay upright and stable, I'm feeling my quads more than I am my triceps and all that. So, pardon me. Don't know why I'm yawning, I'm training. Probably because I'm not breathing enough. So yeah, upper body, good. 90, felt pretty good. Just legs. Whew. Yesterday was spicy. Now I feel like I'm justified being so emotional about yesterday's session. So, yeah, here we are, back at it again. I changed my mind. I'm doing more sets at 90, probably sets of 5. I don't feel like pyramid back down. A bit indecisive today, so 90 kilos for a couple sets of 5, just for volume. So I haven't done my bench yet, but I thought I'd do some mic'd up throwing just to see if any reactions I get for knocking this cross beam off occur. Add to the atmosphere of the vlog. So this is at 3.55 meters. Ah, you bugger. Didn't even go over. Yeah, let's give that another go, except this time, try and get it over the bar. Ow. Fingy. Now, well. Fucking rocks. That's better. Over that time. Yeah. Oh, the bar is set at 3.8 meters. Ooh. So we get it first time. Be nice. Oh, yeah. Did it again. Had the height. I mean, I had the height to clear the bar, but I took it out, so I'm gonna have to go again, just to make sure that I can get it over and practice my angle. I feel like I'm getting quite close with these. So, see what happens, hey? So close. The bar is set at 4 meters. See if I get it over and not just skim it. With any luck, I won't hit the cross beam and have to reset it again. By the way, the bag's 20 kilos, for those who are wondering. Height, not angle. Got the height. Just need to get the angle. Woo! Got it. So this is 4.1 meters, which is the comp height. So let me get this over first go, it'd be nice. Nah, completely missed. Yeah, but all my other ones have just been going straight up. So. I was literally just saying to Tash that if I made the height, I was going to call the session there, and if I missed it, I'd have to have another go. It would have it that I've now broke my crossbeam. So I guess I'm making a trip to Bunnings to get more PVC pipe. Well, on the upside, it achieved its purpose.
It's not completely.
It's bent, but probably not usable for this anymore. So I guess I'll have to cut it up and get rid of it, because I don't want the kids fighting with PVC. It can't end well. So yeah, that's where I'm at. It's been a good session. Lots of frustration with the throwing this time, but I've got the height with 20 kilos. Now let's see what happens if I add a few more.